hearing from other founders and other businesses about the challenges they face was in some ways reassuring, but also mind-opening because they have ideas that I didn't think of.
I really liked the event. It was an open exchange, really well moderated. There wasn't a boring moment. Everyone got to share their experience and ask very relevant questions.
In terms of the actual format of the session, I thought, again, brilliant. Getting everybody involved in a discussion is much more insightful, and it sort of drags out the best in people.
Having selected speakers in the group meant the audience was much more engaged in talking as we were going.
Everyone is struggling a little bit with the recent tracking updates from iOS and Facebook, accuracy in reporting, increased cost for digital marketing. It was really useful to hear from other founders how they navigate these challenges.
The cost of marketing through Google, Facebook and Instagram is becoming increasingly expensive. It's quite saturated, so if you can find ways to reach a better target of your customer, then that's interesting.
I think digital marketing has just become so expensive that the topic is on everyone's minds. We all have to be looking at new ways to market and new ways to reach customers. It's really important to be exploring new ideas and new ways to reach people.
I was particularly interested in the idea of direct mail and understanding a little bit more around that. Talking about the age demographic that it appealed to, the weight, the fact that you could do inserts, I found that all completely fascinating.
I like that you brought in the right experts in offline channels to give insight on how they work and getting a return on spend.
I found the whole pop-up conversation really interesting. We've been starting to think about ways to reach customers physically. There was a founder there who was talking about her pop-up experience that she set up. It sounded something that was very achievable and doable for us.
This event really encouraged me to think differently about what offline marketing tactics might be relevant for the business. People at the event were keen to share their experiences, some really useful alternative ideas of how to propel their brand's growth.
People assume, and I assumed, that TV advertising was out of my reach and actually wasn't really relevant for my audience or for the brand that we are, but actually discovering that there are opportunities out there in that space was really interesting.
There's an intimacy about the Upper Clash events, and they're quite informal. However, they're informative.
So I think it was good to have networking both pre and post session, that it's completely invaluable. I mean, the topic obviously was very interesting, but I think that being able to sort of learn from other founders directly is just so valuable.
It was quite an intimate environment, so no one felt exposed when asking any kind of questions, which was nice.
I'll come for the topic, but I'll also come because the brands that are there, the issues that we all share are common.
I'm glad that you had those questions set out, but it was much more a dialogue as opposed to somebody presenting and then the audience asking questions, which is a bit more traditional.
Because although you can swap notes with other founders that this event really offered an opportunity to share learnings in a group setting.